Hello and welcome to the Michigan Open T20 Blast. It is all ready, set, and match for the finals. Rain delayed game, rain affected day, but we are in here and we are here all set for the big game. It is the Sultan of Sylhet taking on Friends United. All set for the toss, and we'll have an update from the toss as well very shortly for you. Both of these teams, it's been a long wait. Not sure if the game was going to go on because of the rain or not, but the weather has cleared and it has allowed for gameplay today. Friends United, a team that is mostly made of local players, carry a lot of history from their setup in New York, and they've continued that legacy into the Michigan Open. And the Sultan of Sylhet, they're players who are really from all around the US as well as Canada. Players playing for a few different states in America, and then some coming down as far as the Canadian borders as well. Great to see the unification of players from all over when it comes to sport. And that's the incredible thing that sport can offer, whether it's cricket or if you're into FIFA, whatever it is that you enjoy. As we wait for an update on the toss, we will take a short break and should have live action for you as soon as we're all set for ball number one.
Welcome back to the action. All set for the finals here as we see the two batters walking in. A quick update from the toss as well. That happened not too long ago. As I mentioned, this is the final, so that there is all to play for here. And it's the Sultans of Sylhet taking on Friends United. It's the Sultan of Sylhet who have won the toss. They have chosen to have a bat first. It is a rain-affected game, so the overs will be reduced. It's going to be a 15-over game aside, 3 overs per bowler, and the power play will be 4.3 overs. So a few changes, fewer overs to bat, fewer overs to set a good target. But all in all, the waiting around and the, I suppose, uncertainty of whether the game is going to happen or not is all but done and dusted as the two squads get ready to get a roll on. Both of the opening batters already walking out to the middle. Friends United just getting their last few little chats in before they go in. This is the final of the Michigan Open T20 Blast Season 3. I mentioned earlier, the Sultans of Sylhet is a squad that's a bit of a mix. They've come in from a few different parts of the US as well as Canada. So plenty of diversity there in that sense. And Friends United, quite the contrary, where they have come together. They're a local side, so there's a lot of local pride there. They do have some roots and history in New York and the amount of cricket that was played there. And they are here to perform as the locals. And correction, it is Michigan Open season number 4. Season number 3 last year, season number 4 this year. Great to see the continuity. You see the amount of cricket being played all across the world, the US as well. Plenty of action in different leagues, different tournaments. And the number of players that are involved in the game. Be it men, women, kids of all ages. All set for ball 1. We will have details on the opening batters and the bowlers for you soon as well. Let's start. Off the mark with a single, the Sultans of Sylhet.
How's it going? Recording live?
Those of you who are just joining us, Michigan Open season number 4, 2026. It is the finals. Big game here. Winner takes it all. And it is a rain-affected game, so 15 overs aside. Into the covers. Both opening batters off the mark. Just a gentle breeze as well on the ground. Temperatures holding steady. Slightly overcast. No rain scheduled any longer though. Well played. Down the ground. to be the first boundary as well of the game. Good start. Power play over shortened because of the reduction in overs. They want to try and make most of the use of the as they can from these shortened over power play. Short ball picked up well down the ground. That has been taken. That ball was traveling at some speed, and that's going to bring through a very important breakthrough. Friends United pick up a wicket in the power play in the first over. Partnership broken, and a great start to this game for Friends United. Four deliveries in, 6 for 1. Early wicket as we see new batter come in. As well. Off the mark, quick single. Is guided into the gap on the offside. I think that there isn't a lot of time. You still have to work on building a slight innings, especially when you've lost your first wicket very early on in the game. Fifteen overs, 4.3 over power play. Big swipe, massive swipe, and it's a swing and a miss. Just as I talk about building an innings, taking a little bit of time. Navigate this innings a little bit more carefully here. Sultans of Sylhet. End of the first, it's 7 for 1. Decent first over. Being picked up an early wicket. Bowler Ryan Ahmed, just the 7 runs as well coming off that first over. Tidy, no real width on offer, and right on the mark. Evan Condola, the first batter out, on for 5 off 3 deliveries, thanks to an excellent catch by Abdul. Great effort at mid-on. It is Mohammed Zaman with Iftikhar Hussain. Looks to go leg side. And he will pick up runs for this. Restrictions in the field because of the power play. It is going to run away for a boundary. Just trying to put the pressure back on the bowling side. Sultans of Sylhet try and keep themselves in the game despite the loss of that 1 wicket. I mean, Jahan under pressure. First delivery in, pummeled for a boundary. Offside this time. Still managed to get it in the gap as well. It's great to see when the batters are able to put a bit of pressure on the fielders. Chatter as well. Both teams pumped up for this final. Michigan Open season number 4. Throws his hands at this through the offside. Very well done in the deep. They won't mind the singles too much. Friends United, boundaries that end up being very costly. Yes, no confusion. This could be trouble. And back just in the nick of time. One of the worst ways to lose the second wicket here. Need to calm down. Don't need the chaos too early in the game for chaos. 6 runs and over will get them to 90 at the end of this 15. I want to try and push over that 100 mark. Looks high up in the air. There is a fielder getting under it, and he has made a meal of it. That's life. Nearly out twice in 2 deliveries. First the run out, and now almost caught. Why we say the chaos, it brings trouble. Just have to calm down. On the ground, should just be a single. A slight fumble in the deep will allow for a second run. End of the second, a very eventful over comes to an end. It's 19 for 1. Early wicket of Gagan Kandola. Man, at just 5 runs, trying to go down the ground again. Didn't quite get the connection. Very good catch to bring on his dismissal. Like partnership starting to form between the two in the middle right now, Zaman and Hussein. But it's been a little sketchy from Hussein. He's trying to accelerate the runs, just a little chaotic, having nearly lost his wicket twice in 2 deliveries in the previous over. As I mentioned, going at 9 runs and over, get them to 90. They'll want to cross over that 100 mark, just as a psychological advantage. Try and bring in scoreboard pressure for that second innings. Early days, though, in this reduced over game. 15 overs aside. We'll get it past the bowler. Good reaction from the bowler and his follow through. Asked, umpire says not out. They will come through. It should be leg byes as well. Bowler not too happy with that decision as he stands hands on hips. Full. Definitely have the best of angles to see how straight that might have been. Bowler seems to think that was pretty straight. Goes for the Yorker again. This could be trouble. Halfway down the track. Needs a direct hit. This is dismal running between the two in the middle. Absolute chaos. Really need to reevaluate the strategy. You've hit it straight to the bowler. Want to try and run. Not sure how you're going to get to the other end. Very chaotic running from Iftikhar Hussain. He's the aggressor of the two. Flicked off the pads. Make it to the boundary. Work in the deep. But just the one run. So if you're joining us, welcome to the finals. Michigan Open Season 4 with the Sultans of Sylhet taking on Friends United. The Sultans won the toss. They chose to have a bat first in a rain-affected game, 15-over contest. Completely losing his shape on this, and this is really good strategy from Mufassir, the bowler. He's trying to keep it nice and full, bowled a couple of Yorkers as well. Rebowl that, not quite ready. This is better running. Slight push down the ground. There's a bit of room with the fielder, allows for an easy single. Another over comes to an end, 22 for 1. Really lengthy discussion there between the two batters. Not really sure whether there's need of a new bat or it might be something else, but decent enough start here from the Sultans. Having lost that one early wicket, they've recovered well. A little bit of chaos there in between, but they've kept their wickets intact. They're starting to score a little bit more freely as well. They would love to find some more boundaries, especially because of the fielding restrictions on the power play. Haven't been able to do that as consistently, pardon me, as they would like. friend on the field. I just see a slight delay as they manage to get him off the field. Don't want him injured. Very reluctant to get off the field. Maybe wants to be one of the fielders. Anyone carrying an injury? What a substitute. All right, all set. Winade in the attack. Heaved into the leg side. There's that boundary that we've been talking about. They want to try and pick more of those up in these power play overs. At a decent rate here. Both hands. Taking to 9.5 runs and over. Looks bigger. And it should have the distance to go all the way. Just waiting on confirmation. Certainly has gotten to the boundary. Just want to make sure whether that's a 4 or 6. Better of the 2 shots that he's hit. It will be back-to-back boundaries for him. It needs to find his length. At the moment, it's too easy to be put away on the leg side. 2 deliveries in a row. First a 4, now a 6. I'm talking about crossing over 100. They've flown to 32. Plenty of overs to come. That's better. Been given a wide. Just marginally outside, but I like the plan from the bowler. He goes fuller, he goes wider. Takes it away from the swinging arc of the batter. Trying to stick to that wide line and just making sure it's out of the swinging arc after being pummeled for the 2 big boundaries. Don't want to end up straying too far down. The extras are not going to help. It's 2 wides in a row as well. You see he's really trying. Time goes full and straight. Half an appeal. Oh, by signals, so it must have been a small edge on that. Fourth bowler used so far. Not allowing for the batters to get settled, not allowing for the batters to get comfortable with any of the bowlers. Pretty good here from Friends United. Keeping their bowlers mixed up to keep the batters on their toes. That's going to be the second one. Great delivery, taking this away from the right-hander. You could see the impatience in Iftikhar Hussain from the time that he had walked out there, and very well taken behind the stumps. That's going to be the second one down. It's 35 for 2. Interesting game so far. 2 wickets just when a partnership was starting to form, and lost a second wicket. The Sultans started out to be very expensive over. This is an excellent comeback from the bowler. All in all, a decent over coming to an end. 36 for 2. Gets away with a loose delivery here. Full toss. Should have been put away. Could have been put away anywhere. Instead, they manage a single. Now it's the end of the over. And that was a premature call in the over delivery before. There were 2 wides in the over. 38 for 2. Summon going well. 16 off 11. Joined by Nikhil Kanchan after the last wicket. We're going to see the first bit of spin in action. Not a bad ploy, just taking pace off. Forcing the batters to create the power, the speed. Giving himself some room. This is well bowled, not allowing for much room whatsoever for the batter to free his arms. Will bring Nikhil off strike as he opens his account with a single. Thick outside edge, and that's going to bring on yet another wicket. Left arm orthodox, taking the ball away from the right-hander. And the big swing just manages a thick outside edge. A catch, and another one bites the dust. Is 39 for 3. Shortened power play because of the game affected, or the rain affected game. 15 over contest, and the Sultans of Sylhet, who won the toss, chose to have a bat first, find themselves in a slightly tricky position, having lost 3 early wickets. Friends United, on the other hand, I don't think will be too upset about losing that toss given the start that they've had with the ball. Interesting as well from their skipper. 5 bowlers used so far. Haven't had any of them bowled 2 overs consecutively. Try and allow bowlers to keep a bit of a surprise element on the batting. Off the mark quick, as this is slapped into the offside. Introducing spin, brings on a wicket, breaks more of that momentum from the Sultans. Adnan Chaudhry, captain of Friends United. Good bit of flight. Get some good drift on that as well. There is a slip in place. Just manages to edge this past a little bit wider than that slip. And as I say that there is a slip in place, they've taken the slip out. Make that wicket number 4. This is excellent work from Friends United. Excellent work from the spinner as well. Spinning a web, and they're faltering really, really badly here, the Sultans of Sylhet. It's 42 for 4. Won't stay out in the middle for Nicol. On for just the 2 runs. And apart from the 2 getting in double digits, Zaman and Hussein, there really hasn't been much to talk about on that scorecard. They started about 9.5 runs and over. That required, or that run rate continues to drop thanks to the wickets that the bowlers have picked up. Rahman Ahmed picking up 1 along with Munir Ahmed, and Shakir Ahmed, the spinner, left arm into the attack, picks up 2 wickets and is over. Just the 4 runs coming off of it. Taking control of this game. Friends United. Talking about crossing over that 100-run mark. A little bit of scoreboard pressure. Just haven't been able to find the ease to score runs in because of the wickets that they've continued to lose. Sylhet. And they do need to try and hold on to a few wickets here to try and get in a decent position score-wise. Good running that. Quickly across for a single. Kumar Patel, new man out in the middle, along with Arjun Ajbani. Both of them fairly new to the crease. Ajbani been out there for just the 3 deliveries so far. Very, very slow through the air here. Amin Jahan coming in for his second. The strategy of taking pace off. bit of pain, the batter. He's going to take a few seconds here to recollect himself. Very interesting action, Amin. Look too closely from here, but it does look like he has the cutter. Does use it well as well. Looks like another cutter as well. A strategy this from the batters, especially when the bowling's good. Just being able to nudge it into the gaps, pick up singles. Still got quite a few overs to come, hoping that they'll have some big hitters to come later on. Just about 9 overs to go with the bat for them. Easton over comes to an end. It's 45 for 4. Cricket action all around the world. Big game finishing this morning as well. Women's T20 World Cup final. Not sure if any of you had watched that while there was a rain delay at the Michigan Open Season 4. Great to see the game played in pockets all around the world. I'm gonna have some more spin. The left armer who picked up 2 wickets, now down to the right arm. Bit of off-spin action. Mohammed is a tall man as well. Pretty good to have the extra bit of height for off-spinners, spinners in general. Have extra bounce on that delivery, as I mentioned, that height. The running's been better between the two batters. Good communication. The chaos just seems to calm down. Drag down. And this is pulled away. Doesn't quite make it to the boundary. Wasn't right out of the middle. Feel that he might have missed out on that delivery. Up in the air and bobbled and put down. That's a chance created and a chance gone down. Very nearly an additional run from overthrows. Just as I say, it's calmed down. Need to hold on to their catches here. Friends United. They're creating the opportunities. The second one gone down. Should be wide. His mark on this. Fine. Generating quite a lot of bounce off the surface. This AstroTurf, you expect it to be a little bit bouncier. For that high release point. Good amount of turn as well as that one grips off the surface. He comes up not too long ago, 53-4. Fairly tidy over comes to an end as well. Mentioned 6 bowlers used. None of them bowled in consecutive overs. Not a change in between the bowlers. We see Shakir come back in. Picked up 2 wickets off his first over. He was excellent with the ball. Not too happy with their fielders at the moment. The bowlers just being let down in that department. Backing away, giving himself some room. Played into the offside. Boundaries have all but dried up at the moment. And the Sultans under a bit of pressure into the 8th over in a reduced game, 15 over contest. And that run rate continues to drop. And now it's 7.4 runs and over. And difficult to find runs, especially against the spinners. Bowling in good areas. A flight on that and a lot of turn. Ripping off the surface. Dangerous shot going against the spin. Very well bowled. Takes the pace right off. Not afraid to give it a bit of air. Tempt the batter into a bit of aggression. Go to the air again. The keeper. Great effort this from the keeper. They have an excellent over. It's 54-4. standings have brought us into this final here. Friends United at the top because of net run rate. Down the ground. Does it have enough? Does have enough. It is going to go over the rope. Oh, it looks pretty disappointed. Just waiting on confirmation as to whether that's 4 or 6. It's the maximum. It's gone all the way. The way you want to start an over as the bowler and catch up for the rest of it. Leg side this time. And it is a good piece of connection as well. It was absolutely flown to the boundary. Should be back-to-back 6s as well. Not a good over this. Not a good start to the over. Ed Rahim, who bowled really well in his first over. With a pump. Actually, last one was a boundary. Need to open up those shoulders now. Arjun Ajbani, been out there for 13 deliveries. Feeling a bit more comfortable. Excellent work. 10 runs off the first 2 deliveries and just nudges one into the offside for a single. It was 2 drop catches. First one didn't cost them too much. Be interesting to see how much that second drop catch cost them. Keeps it wide. Still manages to find the boundary on this. This time it's Patel getting into the action. Just a bit too much width, a bit too full. And easy pickings for the batters at the moment. That pressure created in the first few overs just starting to be released in this over. Right, did blow through the air. Should be a wide if I'm not wrong. I think this had anything on it. Yep, absolutely, it is a wide. So a pour over gets a little bit worse. This is out. Width on offer. The batter. Actually, it's been given another wide. Bowler not too happy with that. Back-to-back wides. Over becoming more and more expensive as we speak. Finally, a dot ball. 1 legal delivery to come in the over. Heaved into the leg side. Slight fumble to pick up. They'll stick to just the single. Very lengthy, expensive over finally comes to an end. 73 for 4. 17 runs coming off that last over. A very expensive over. Look at that pressure just being released. Ice cream truck in the background. Summer day for that, especially now with the rain gone. Slight delay here in between overs. 6 overs to come in this rain-affected game. 15 overs aside. Sultans of Sylhet, they have raced on to 73 for 4. Really making the last over count. To back away, bowler goes wider. Well batted in the end, managing to get some bat on that. Quick single to start the over. They go back to pace. Munir Ahmed comes back in for his second over. Jones starting to look more and more comfortable out there. 21 off 17. Pulled away. In the gap. And that's going to run away for 4. His mark here, Munir Ahmed. And United need to try and find a wicket here. Runs are starting to flow a little too easily. And I want to try and keep this as low as they can for that second innings where they have to come out and chase. Short and wide. And 2 wide, in fact, as that's going to be yet another extra. Leg side. Should just be the single. Seven runs off the over already. 3 deliveries yet to come, thanks to that wide. On offer, protection in the deep. And should just be a single. Better this from the bowler. And won't mind the singles too much. It's those boundary hitting balls need to be dried up. A few extras as well. Get a little bit tidier on that. As they inch closer to that 100 mark that we've been talking about. Aerial high up in the air. There is a fielder getting under it, and that is well taken. Good catch to break this partnership and to bring on the 5th wicket. It's 82 for 5. Needed a partnership broken, needed a wicket, and that's exactly what they've done here, Friends United. With the set batter as well, Arjun, who was starting to look a little bit threatening. That's been dismissed. A decent way to end the over for Maneed. The left arm orthodox back in action. Very optimistic shout behind the stumps from the keeper. Bowler completely uninterested. Leg side, high in the air. It is going to fall in the gap as well. .6 overs to come in this innings. Sultans will be looking to cross over that 100 mark, get close to 110. Quicker. No room whatsoever for the batter. Bubbled. A little bit of flight as the batter was coming down the track. Awareness from the bowler as well. I like that there's a slip in place. Aggressive field setting this, knowing that there is a bit of turn and grip on the surface. Excellent over so far. Just the 1 run coming off the 4 deliveries, and a bit of pressure starting to build here. Low through the air, not afraid to give it a bit of air. Runs coming off the over, 11 gone, it's 85 for 5. Still under 8 runs and over. The run rate getting into the important overs of this innings. 4 overs to come. With the reduced overs, each bowler is only permitted to bowl a maximum of 3 overs each. Delivery to start. So sure about that fielding effort though. Bit of FIFA soccer in that. Picks out the big boot. Be a quick single. Any kids watching this? You want to try and get your hands behind the ball. You want to try and get your body behind the ball, not necessarily play a bit of soccer out there. Looking to swing that into the leg side. Managed to get any bat on it, and these dot balls are absolute gold this stage of an innings. Looking to come down the track, just gave himself a bit too much room on that occasion. Too far away to get a good connection off the bat. Definitely taking a lot of time in between the deliveries. Slowing the game down, slowing the batter down. Oh dear. Off just of dismissals. This is a straight catch back to the bowler. That's going to bring on the 6th wicket. When they need runs, when they need momentum, they're continuing to lose wickets. It's 87 for 6. Important time to pick up a wicket. Shiv Kumar, the set batter, on for 19. Softest of catches back to the bowler. And a swing and a miss to finish what's been. For me, there is one more delivery to come in the over. It's been an excellent over so far from Mufassir into his second over. He runs a wicket with dot balls, just adding on to that pressure. Oh, just outside that off stump. Another swing and a miss, a dot to end the over. 87 for 6. Not the scorecard that they would have had in mind when they chose to have a bat first today, the Sultans of Sylhet. Three batters getting starts between Zaman, Hussain, Javani, Patel. They just haven't been able to kick on and continue to build on that start. Lost wickets fairly steadily, thanks to some really good bowling from Friends United. 2 apiece each to Munir Ahmed and Shakir Ahmed, and a wicket each to Rayan Ahmed and Mufassir Ali. They bowled in the right areas, taken pace off as well. Spinners have been excellent. Rayan back in the attack for his second over. To get under it. Well bowled, doesn't quite allow for the batter to get under it. And just managing singles here. Boundaries have all but dried up in the last few overs. That's where that pressure's coming in. On the ground. And it's going to go all the way for 6. This is a great looking stroke. Just releasing that pressure that we're talking about as well. The first 2 deliveries in better areas. This one right in the slot. So, takes pace off, looks to go down the ground again. Just be the single. These are in the deep. Cut it off. Far down, as that's going to be a wide. How about those extras? Not getting those extra runs. and trying to keep the ball wide, away from the batter. We need to have a bit more control than that. Hopped on. And finally, he'll pick up a wicket, Ryan, off the last delivery of the over. 7 down. Just when that momentum was starting to shift, they strike again. It's 97 for 7. Require that run rate continues to take a hit. Should be increasing, instead it's decreasing. Off the mark. Nihad will pick up 2 runs. Good running this. 13 overs gone, 99 for 7. Overs to come in this innings. Rain-affected game, 15 overs aside. And these 2 overs need to be big ones for the Sultans. Need to try and find some runs. Need to try and find the boundary. And the man with the ball, Mufasir, is going to try and make sure that that doesn't happen. He's been very economical so far. 2 overs bowled, just 4 runs. And he's picked up an important wicket as well. He's been very effective with the ball. Bowling changes have been on point from the skipper of United Friends. Friends United, correction. Excellent start. Oh, and that's a slight misfield. Should have done better. Could have done better. It's just going to allow for a quick single to be snuck through. Grand scheme of things, I'm not sure they're going to mind that too much. It does bring the newer batter on strike. Even out there for 1 delivery. You'd expect the the more set batter in Farhad might want to take more of the strike. Out there for a little bit longer, seen the ball out there for a little bit longer. Full toss on the off. Just a single. Very loose delivery this from Mufasir. Just get away with it though. Finding the boundaries as they would like in this important penultimate over. Sultan Salit. Like to take his time in between deliveries, Mufasser. Make sure that he makes the batters wait. Just breaks that rhythm. Very full and very well bowled again. Giving the batters absolutely no room whatsoever here. This has to finish with 2 good deliveries. It'll be an excellent spell. High, up in the air as this is sliced. And that is well taken. Might have just injured his hand a little bit in the process, but that's going to be 8 wickets down. And that pressure from a Fosser doing the job. All sorts of trouble here, the Sultans, as they lose their 8th. It over. A very good spell. Comes to an end. 9 for 2 off Mufasser's spell. Excellent work with the ball. 14 overs gone. It's 104 for 8. Down to the final over. I've crossed over the 100 mark that we were speaking of. Try and push this over. Poor delivery to start from Ryan. That's a full toss. That should have been put away, and it absolutely is put away. Massive 6. Not the way you want to start the final over of the innings, especially after an over that we just saw. That's 6. They've raced on to 110. Interesting start to pick up a quick single from the non-strikers. Ahmed, very distracting as well. Almost starts off with a sprint and then stops when he reaches the crease. I've seen that ever before. Under edge should just be the 1 run. Out there. Ahmed, the new man. peculiar way of backing up at the non-strikers is now going to face second delivery. That's a direct hit. Excellent work by the keeper. Great awareness, great work. Going with his gloves on. And that's going to bring on the 9th wicket. And to pick up yet another wicket. Friends United, 111 for 9. 2 deliveries to come. The block hole. Excellent delivery again. The first delivery, there was a bit of a loosener in the over. Ryan's come back really well. To the offside. Straight to the fielder. I might see another run out here. Gonna be just the 1 run off the final delivery. Really good way to finish the innings. He'll be fairly happy with this bowling performance. 112 is what they limit the Sultans to at the end of 15 overs. And they'll need 113 to win this game. All in all, the fairly run out. It was 113 in the 15, so they'll need 114 to win when they come out to bat. But a few starts along the way, some of the batters between Zaman, Hussain, Ajbani, Tel and Reza, but a lot of single digits in that batting lineup. Just didn't quite get the momentum that they needed or the partnerships to get to more of a decent total. 7.5 runs and over. Needed a few more runs than that, you would think. But we'll have to see how the second innings progresses. A lot of credit to the bowlers as we take a look at the bowling figures. Consistently picking up wickets, 2 apiece to Ryan, 2 to Mufassar Ali, Munir Ahmed, Shakir Ahmed. You've got to give a lot of credit to the 2 spinners. They did well to break the momentum once they were brought on, and a couple of really decent overs towards the end of the innings to limit the Sultans to 113. When Friends United come back into the second innings, they're going to need 114 to win the finals of the Michigan Open. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the chase. Back to the action. The second innings, 114 runs needed for Friends United to win this Michigan Open season number 4. Sultans will need to try and restrict them to 114. Wickets will be the name of the game here. Really effective first innings with the ball. And considering the Sultans won the toss and chose to have a bat first, I'm sure they would have liked to have a few more runs on the board. All set for ball 1 though, innings number 2. Picked up. First delivery, and this is really well played down the ground. It's going to be a maximum to start the things off here. Aggression from ball 1 from Friends United. They put pressure right back on the Sultans, first with ball and now with bat. Amim and Ryan, 2 batters out in the middle. Here with the ball. Take the slip fielder out. Back into the Zia. Had a bit of width on it as well. Just missing out on this. Tamim looking to cut it up and over through the offside. Be wide. Missing his mark on this occasion, Zia. Very full, very wide. Run rate of just 7.3 runs and over for Friends United. So the Sultans of Sylhet have got to be very careful with the number of extras that they actually bowl here. Not a lot of room available. Lower ball. He does well to pick this. Tamil played really well into the leg side. Got 2 runs. Oh dear. Thick edge, straight up in the air. 2 fielders getting under it. This is really poorly put down. Up in the air for a long time. Plenty of time for the fielder to get under it. Instead, it's going to be a drop catch, a missed opportunity. And a life given. Very early. Straight up in the air. And pick up a single. Change of pace. That's the right length as well. Well left by the batter. Very, very nearly managed to get some bat on that. Would have been chopped on. This is a really good delivery to end the over. Is over gone? It's dead none. very costly drop as well. We'll have to see just how costly that drop ends up becoming. Looked good for the most part. Apart from that one chance, he's been aggressive, been positive. That's picked up really well. Right in the slot, straight down the ground. And that's another maximum. 2 overs, both of them started with maximums. Get into the attack, and Ahmed under pressure. Leg side this time. Again, just not bowling in the right areas. It's in the slot, making it very easy to pick up these runs. Won't quite make it over the boundary, but 2 comfortable runs in the end. These teams playing for the title of winner at the Michigan Open. Gets a hold of this one. Tried to go the ball before, didn't quite get the connection. Absolutely gets it this time. And that's going to be the second 6 of the over. Under a lot of pressure here. Just not bowling in the right areas. It's been easy pickings for Tamim. He's on to 23 off 7 deliveries. Hard run rate now, under 7 runs and over. Trying to make the most use of this power play. Friends United didn't quite see that from the Sultans. They weren't able to capitalize on the power play overs as they would have liked. Better. A little bit fuller this time. Through the offside, and the grass a little bit heavy. It should have gone for 4. Instead, they get some assistance from the grass. Pick up 2 runs regardless. More importantly, it keeps Tamim on strike. Back of a length, heaved into the leg side. Absolutely no fielder there. That's going to be a boundary. 2, 6, 2, 4. And Ahmed just going to the umpire thinking that's the end of the over, asking for his hat back. And the umpire says, no, bud, you've still got 1 more delivery to come. Over to end, Ahmed. It has been a very difficult one for him. 1 delivery to come with 20 runs coming off of it so far. Long, down the ground, and long by a mile as this goes for 6 more to end the over. 56 runs coming off the over. Absolutely smashed by Tamim. 2 overs gone as 36 for none. Very expensive from the Sultans of Sylhet. Not many runs on the board. They needed to pick up early wickets. Instead, they have bled in runs. Last over, going for 26 runs from Ahmed. Tamim has raced on to 35 off just 10 deliveries. Ryan, just enjoying the show at the non-strikers end. Faced with 2 deliveries, yet to get off the mark. Won't mind it one bit. He's probably thinking now, I've got to get off the mark with a single and give the show right back to Tamim. That'll do. Through the gate, off stump knocked out, and not quite the batter that they would have wanted, but it's a wicket nonetheless. Ryan, who's been at the non-strikers, is going to fall for a duck. Sultans of Sylhet will still leg stump. .36 for 1. Quick regroup, quick chat. Hope for a couple more wickets to try and put a bit more pressure back on Friends United. He's going to walk out to the middle, joining Tamim. Just have to try and keep it simple here. Get off mark, bring the set batter back on strike. Got the momentum at the moment. He's got his eye in. Friends United's best bet. Keep the runs flowing. Carry to the keeper. Doing really well off the surface there from Zia. We're in the right areas here. Zia drawing the batter into the last shot. Just continuing to build on that pressure now. Excellent over this from Zia. Wicket and 3 dot balls. Off the mark. As they pick up a quick single. Pushed into the offside there. 1 delivery to come in the over. will be itching to keep strike for the next over. It's been at the non-strikers for a few deliveries now. A wicket go down, 3 dot balls. Continuing with his aggression, Tamim. He's thrown his hands at this through the offside. Again, the outfield's just a little bit heavier on that side, so they will settle for 2 runs. 3 runs and a wicket coming off the over. 3 overs gone. It's 39 for 1. Change in the bowling. Nihad's going to come into the attack. Not surprised we're not going to see Ahmed again. Very expensive. Absolutely taken apart by Tamim. The last good over. Give a wicket, pulling the momentum back a little bit. The Sultans. Going to start with slip in place as well, as we see the first bit of spin in the second innings. A little left arm spin between the two sides. Well, on the mark. Pressure as well with the slip fielder in. Watchful, very defensive, Abdul. Deep into the leg side. Tries to get under it. He will pick up a single. Now, this should be an interesting contest between Tamim and Nihad. He's going to still continue with the same aggression. Left arm orthodox, ball going away from him. The fielder comes out. Well bowled, well played as well. Good to see the control from Tamim. Tempted as he might be to continue scoring those runs. Just needed the one ball to be watchful. Last ball of the over, and a good over that's been ruined as he picks up 6 runs down the ground again, and an excellent shot. Raced on to 43 here. Three of 13 deliveries. Could not have asked for a better start from their opener. Friends United. Dropped into the offside. Bounce on offer. And it's just going to die before the rope. Very heavy outfield through the offside. 2 runs to close out the over. 4 overs gone. It's 48 for 1. Continuing to put pressure here, Friends United on Sultans of Sylhet. Thanks to that man on screen, Tamim, 45 off just 14 deliveries. Need 114 to win this game. Friends United need just 66 more from here on, with a whole 11 overs in hand. Into bowling. Rishabh Patel's going to come into the attack with the ball. And we're back to pace. It's very well, just outside that off stump line. Not in the best of control as this is played into the offside. Fielder is back on the boundary. It'll get him a single. Also bring Tamim back on strike. Left alone, watched through, and for good reason. Just too far outside that wide line. Not too happy with that call. So 1 for the over. Now both keeper and bowler asking how it's 1 for the over. Didn't have the height, they're saying. With it into the leg side, and a rare, let's say a rare dot ball. Instead, it's a misfield, and it will allow for a single. Driven through the offside. And big. Shawir was looking to go for that run. It was just the 1 run. Never it was going to be a second on that one. Last thing you want is Tamim to run himself out. 4 runs away from his half century. Pulled away into the leg side. To just the 1 run. That's the 50-run mark now. Hope to catch it high in the air. From really high up on the bat, not in the best of control. It will land safe though to round off the 5th over. It's 54 for 1. Runs and over required from here on. And they've done really well. Bring out the aggression. They started this innings very well, very positively. Friends United. That tends to happen when scoreboard pressure isn't a thing. Didn't get enough runs in that first innings. Here. Yet another left arm spinner. In the attack. And it's going to be a dot ball. Come in, non-strikers end. Just seems to be struggling here. Be in a bit of pain. Twice now, where he's tried to pick up some runs and is a bit bothered by his leg. To slog that. And through to the keeper. Turn. Definite grip and turn off the surface. They've got the field in the right place. The fielders really haven't had much of an impact when Tamim's on strike. Heaved down the ground. I'm going to stick to another single. Moves on to 48 here, Tamim. Just be dealing with a cramp. Be happy with that leg of his. This team do need him out there. Seems to be the only one who's found it as easy to score runs. Worked into the leg side. And a single off the last delivery. 6 overs gone. It's 57 for 1. Nihad back in the attack. 9 runs off his first over. Cut away. Short, wide. Very well balanced through the shot. On 48. 2 runs away from his half century, Tamim. He'll be too bothered by his half century. Oh, he is really struggling now, hobbling across for another single. He has a job to do for his side. They need 55 more runs from here. Very slow through the air this time. Well played by Abdul. On the ground for a quick single. I don't think Tamim's appreciating making him all run as many runs as he is. That'll do. That's an excellent way to bring up a half century. Pulled away, over the rope. 3 off just 19 deliveries. It's been quite an innings this from Tamim. He's dominated the bowling. He's brought his side into a very comfortable position. Leading the batting from the top. And with his half century, they need 50 more from here. And a lot of grit as he is scoring these runs through all the pain that he's in. Short. Way too short and as easy as you like, as this is going to sail away. Excellent shot again from Tamim. It's a biggie and it's a 6 to close the over. 7 overs gone, 70 for 1. Single to start. Back in for his second over now. Extra bit of flight, and that's going to do the job. That's a really big wicket, an important one. I'm looking to come down the track because of that extra bit of flight. Instead, he's going to have to walk back. Beaten by the spinner. Great work by the keeper behind the stumps, and they get a very important breakthrough here. Sultans will be happy with this one. Runs needed from here. 71 for 2. Breakthrough for the wicket of Tamim. Gonna see Shakir walk out to the middle. Starting to see Abdul get a bit more comfortable at the non-strikers end as well. It's a good way to start into the game. Walked out to the middle and played well into the leg side to get off the mark. Too phased by that wicket, Friends United. We need less than 6 runs and over to cross over the line from here on. Just missing his line this time around, Tirth. Well played. Off the hips. Into the leg side for 2 more. It's just a little too easy at the moment to pick up runs. They need to try and find a way to get a couple more wickets here, the Sultans. Up well, very controlled. Making use of gap in the infield on the leg side there. There is a fielder in the deep. Singles will do it from here on though for them. Big appeal. Umpire not interested, and this is great running. While the Sultans are busy appealing, Friends United have picked up 2 quick runs here. Leg byes given as well. 8 overs gone, 77 for 2. Needed from 7 overs. Less than 5.3 runs and over. Not much pressure at all if you're Friends United. Well, that's going to do the job. Really well bowled, extra bit of bounce, and taking this ball away. Abdul following it, manages just an edge, and really well taken behind the stumps. That's going to be wicket number 3. It's also going to be the set batter in Abdul, who has to walk back. Could be a turning point here for the Sultans. It's 77 for 3. breakthrough. Rishabh. It's an important wicket. Set batter is going to bring Mohammed back. Get off the mark with a single. Just a little bit more pressure here on Friends United because of that last wicket. Just feel that some of these wickets might have just come a little too late. With just 36 needed from here on. That's why you have to give so much credit to Tamim and that half century of his. Started so aggressively. Very clean, calculated hitting. Nudged into the offside, and this is not a very good sign with the water droplets coming in. Just starting to see a bit of drizzle on the ground. Don't have the Duckworth-Lewis calculations here, but you would assume 80 for 3. Friends United would be in the driving seat. They would be over that Duckworth-Lewis score. Pulled away. Very quick in between the wickets. They've done that well. Friends United. Beautifully driven through the offside. And a single to end the 9th over. 31 needed from here on. It's 83 for 3. Into the 10th over. 31 runs away. Friends United. I'm going to see Pierce come back into the attack. 8 for 1. For that delivery, he has bowled really well in his first 2 overs. Big swing and a miss on that. Bit of width on offer, just not able to capitalize on it. Just see the drizzle in the background of the trees. Have a few variations there. Does very well to deceive the batters. Watchful and not the worst plan because Firth has been very accurate. He has been very economical. And he's quite deceptive with his bowling. Best to see his last over off. He's got 2 deliveries left. And just a bit heavier now as well. Great effort this to keep it to a dot ball from Tit. Just 3 runs coming off of it again. End of a great spell. 11 for 1 in his 3 overs. 10 overs gone. It's 86 for 3. Green definitely heavier now. You can hear it in the background as well. He's coming quite heavily just in the background where the trees are. On AstroTurf, as it rains, might just start to skid on a little bit more. Yeah, back in the attack. Did trouble the batters a little bit in his first 2 overs. Very comfortably in the end. Excellent running. 26 needed, just under 6 runs and over. We've been able to pick up boundaries for the last few overs, so I want to make sure that they don't leave it too late. To the offside. This is one area that Friends United have been very good at. Picking up those singles and doubles, trusting each other's calls. Not afraid to push those runs. The pressure on the fielders. It's an area that we saw the Sultan struggle quite a bit. A lot of yes, no, a lot of rash calls. Down the ground. Doesn't get it over the boundary. Slow side of the field, plus now with the addition of rain. We'll scamper across for 2 runs. And back this time. Well, bubbled. Good work from the field as well. I've seen too many dot balls in this innings. This time they will come through. Soft hands, despite the fielder being close. We judge this well. A singleton the over, 11 overs gone, 21 more needed. It's 93 for 3. Changing bowling. Farhad's going to come in the 12th over. They need 21 more from here on. Pressure on the bowler. He starts well. In a game that's already fairly rain affected, shortened game, 15 overs aside. Got a bit of sunshine. Now it's back to that light drizzle. Heaved into the leg side. They will come for 2, looking for 2. And this is an excellent throw. Direct hit. They needed a direct hit. They needed a wicket at this point. The worst of ways to lose a wicket in the form of a run out. Both hands will take them however they come. It's going to be wicket number 4. Friends United just stumbling here a little bit towards the end of this innings. 94 for 4. The wicket at an important time here. Friends United, thanks to an excellent throw from the deep. Sultans, they needed wickets. They needed wickets earlier in the innings. Haven't been able to do that. Just wonder if this might be a little bit of a lifeline that they get in this finals. Michigan Open. 4th season of this edition. Hot to continue. And as Majid walks out to the middle. Well, off the mark right away. Next 2 overs is going to be key. They don't want to leave this until the last over. Putting on too much pressure on the batting side. And at the moment, it's just a bit too easy here to milk the singles. Sultans haven't been able to put the pressure that they need on the batters. Too defensive of a field setting to allow for all these easy singles. It's really allowed for fairly safe batting. No real risks needed to be taken. And there again, another single down the ground this time. The ball will be getting fairly wet, hard to grip as well. We're just getting that towel out. And a dot to end the 12th over. It's 97 for 4. Discussions now. Who bowls the next over? And they find another wicket from somewhere. It's 17 more runs needed from here on. Definitely not a lot of pressure on Friends United. Not the way you want to start when you're defending just 17 more. Loose delivery, very wide. Freebie. Patel in for his final over. Harder to grip the ball, control the ball. The rain. A crack through the offside. Fielder in the deep. Just get the 1 run for it. Looking to get under that. Looking to slog that. Make sure that they don't leave it for the last over, Friends United, or they could get themselves in a little bit of trouble. Called to catch it. And that's going to be a boundary instead. Fielder in the deep, not quite able to cut it off. Very handy boundary at a good time for Friends United. That required runs to just 11 now. away with this in the slot, looking to put it away again. Majid. Instead, he's found the fielder. And that's going to be a wicket. Wicket number 5. Not the best of deliveries from Rishabh. Instead, it will pick up a wicket with 11 more runs needed from here on. 103 for 5. Five down. A wicket at pretty interesting time in the innings. They need 11 more from here on. Definitely not a lot of pressure on Friends United. Again, you just feel that they're about 10 to 15 runs shy of where they needed to be. The Sultans, and they needed those wickets early, which they weren't able to quite get in this innings. Dot ball. Munid, who's just walked out to the middle. Here on the other end, fairly set, seeing the ball well, hitting them well as well. And for the big heave. Sure, that's what's needed at this point from Munid, but he will pick up a single to end the over. 13 overs gone, it's 104 for 5. Runs and 5 runs and over needed from here on into the second last over of the innings. On the ground, Farhad into the attack for this over, and he'll start with a single. Single digits needed from here on. Try and pick up a couple more wickets here. Just swing this game at the very end. Pulse for catch it, goes down the ground again. Judging from the bowler's reaction, that was either a drop catch or a misfield. Regardless, it does mean an additional run. Did drop a very important catch early on in the innings as well. Dear. How has that missed? Backed across the line. That has just missed those stumps. Sultans are looking for anything and everything here. Surely they're saying something has to be out on that, whether it's a nick, something. It's under this. Goes down the ground. Gonna come back for two. Scored too many boundaries since the wicket of Tamim. Friends United, but what they have done is run really well in between the wickets. And I think when Sultans look back at this, they might question whether their fielders were in the right places or not. High, very high up in the air. And it's going to have the distance as well, as this goes for a maximum. Great way to finish the game as well. And with that, Friends United win this finals of the Michigan Open by 5 wickets. Excellent work today by Friends United, not just with the bat, but also in that first innings with the ball. They fielded well. They bowled very well. Credit to their skipper as well, who changed the bowlers the way he did. Didn't allow for the Sultan batters to get settled whatsoever. And a lot of credit to that man at the top of that list, Tamim Oni, 59 off just 22 deliveries. He made sure that he got his side off to an absolute flyer today. 13 runs to Abdul Chaudhry. Very handy 20 not out from Shakir Ahmed. And healthy contribution from Munir Ahmed at the end with his 10 off 6. They win this contest very convincingly with 5 wickets and in 13.5 overs. We said we didn't want to see get into that final over. Just too much pressure from a batting perspective. And they made sure that it was done before that. The bowlers struggled today, especially Ahmed Kamal, going at 26 runs and over. Just the one over given to him, rightly so. And the wickets didn't come often enough. A wicket to Zia Khan, a wicket to Tirth Patel, and a couple of wickets in the middle there to Rushabh Patel. Just not enough from the Sultans, though. 113 put up with the bat in that first innings by the Sultans of Sylhet. As you can see, a few starts from the batters, but thanks to some really good bowling and consistent wicket taking from Friends United, they were limited to 113. And in the chase, Tamim stole the show with that 59 off 22 deliveries, and a struggling bowling attack meant that Friends United win this contest by 5 wickets. A very clinical performance and a well-deserved win here in the Michigan Open, and the 4th edition of it as well. Congratulations to the winners. Thank you for joining our coverage, and enjoy the rest of your day. This is Manali Patel signing off.